What's going on with all my money motivated stars? Now I wanted to make a quick video about YouTube Kids. You feel what I'm saying? Because I ran across a video of some woman that was talking on TikTok, but it was on Facebook, and she was basically saying like how. Well, I'm gonna show y'all the video, but it was basically saying that certain things that your child could be watching on YouTube is something that really supposed to be censored and not being said. You know, because I really believe her, you know what I mean? I don't have any kids, but my last relationship I was in, the woman had a child, and I remember walking into her room one day. We both walked into her room, and it was like a Cinderella thing. You know how they, it's not puppies. They like play with like little action figures. I'm gonna say, you can call them dolls. You know what I mean? It was like a Cinderella doll, and it was like whatever doll that was talking to the Cinderella doll. And we ain't seen nothing wrong with it. We was going in there to get something out of her closet or something. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like the person who was talking for Cinderella said, "Yeah, now put your face in my lap," or something, you know, or something about hunching. And I was like, we looked at each other like, "You heard that?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, and I asked, I said, "What you watching?" You know what I mean? And she was like, "This is what I'm watching." You feel what I'm saying? Because you can't really blame the child because they just watching dolls play. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how these people really be getting into these children's mind. They make cartoons and they know most parents give their child a tablet or is not really focused on what their child is watching. You feel what I'm saying? Because they probably at the babysitter or when they come home they cooking. You feel what I'm saying? So your child is just in there watching, and you're not occupying your children's space, and they watching everything and hearing everything that you can't hear. You feel what I'm saying? Until you actually just go in the room and try to get some, you know what I mean? And you like, what is this? You feel what I'm saying? Because you cannot be mad at the child because the child is watching dolls. You feel what I'm saying? Because I done seen a lot of people on YouTube playing with dolls and stuff, but they cursing. They using curse words. And I'm like, even like when it comes to my nephews, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm like, don't watch that. And you just come to the conclusion like, why is somebody grown playing with dolls cursing? And this is made for YouTube, and it's made for kids. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotta keep your kids off YouTube. For the last 2 months, my son has been coming into my room anywhere from 9 to 11 o'clock at night, and he's crying, and he gives me a hug, and when I ask him what's wrong, he says, "I just love you." And then he goes back to bed. It was happening like once or twice a week. It's always so weird. So I started thinking that he was sleepwalking because it's just out of Troy's character. But it's been happening like once or twice a week for like the last 2 months. This morning, we're eating breakfast, and he looks over at me, and he says, "Mommy, can you happy?" And I'm like, "You what? What?" And he said, "Can you happy so I don't have to you?" What? I said, "You want me to?" And he said, "No, I don't, but the show said that you have to happy." And I'm like, "What show?" And he said, "The Dragon Show." What? Now, he watches stuff like this. This is Netflix. I'm like, "What Dragon Show? On what?" Because I'm trying to pull it up. And he said, "On YouTube." Now, he's not supposed to be watching YouTube because the last time that he was allowed to watch YouTube Kids, there was a cartoon of a little boy that looks like Caillou that was telling my son to go run and jump in front of cars and get all of his friends to run and jump in front of the cars driving down the street. And so once I realized that cartoon was legit telling him to go get his friends and they all wait until a car is coming and then they run in front of the car, I was like, "Oh no, you guys are done." And nobody has been allowed to watch YouTube since. So I didn't even know that they had access to YouTube on their TVs, their Roku TVs. I thought they only had Netflix, Hulu, and then like normal TV. But nope, he's been sneaking and watching YouTube, and whatever cartoon he's watching about dragons is telling him me. And instead of doing what they're saying, he comes in the room crying and hugs me and is just like, "I just love you." That is insane. Pay attention to what your kids are watching because there are really sickos out there. That is crazy.